I'm Bobby Williams, and I've been remodeling homes for over 25 years. At first, this was a side hustle to help support my family on a teacher's salary. I wasn't planning on starting this business. I just knew how to do good work and how to show up on time, how to treat people right. But the more jobs I took on, the more I started noticing something. In this industry, the work wasn't always the problem. It was the process that often left people frustrated. Confusing timelines, no communication, budgets that are out of control, messes that dragged on for months. So here's a quick story that shows exactly why all this matters. So a few weeks ago, I ran into an old buddy and I hadn't seen him in a long time, over a year. We did the classic man hug thing, right? Shot the breeze for a few minutes, but there was something about the way that he was looking at me and it just wasn't right. So then he says, "Man, I owe you an apology." I was like, "What for?" And that's when he hit me with it. He said, "Well, last year, you guys gave me an estimate on a home addition, and then I ghosted you guys." Now look, I've been in this business since 1999. I've heard just about every excuse in the book. So I told him, "It's all good, brother. I get it. It happens. There's zero hard feelings." But the look in his eyes, it was more than guilt. It looked like regret. So I asked, did you ever get it done? And he kind of winced. "Well, we started, but now we're in the middle of this huge mess." So here's what happened. About a month after we gave him our ballpark estimate with a clean 6 to 8 week timeline, he found somebody who said that they could do it cheaper. No permits. Maybe they're gonna cut some corners here and there, but you'll like what you're gonna get. But we're gonna do it our way. So now it's been over a year and a half. The job still isn't finished. His house is completely torn up. And he's actually spent more than what we quoted him in the first place. And you know what? This story is not rare. I bet once a month, I get a call just like this from a friend, a past client, a neighbor, asking if we can step in and clean up somebody else's mess. Look, I get it. Everyone wants to save money. Remodeling costs more than any of us want it to. But shortcuts, they always cost you in the end. That's why I built BGW Construction the way that I have. You see, we don't just care about that final product. We care about the journey to get there. Because your new, beautiful kitchen, the finished basement that you can spend time with the family, that spa-like master bath, that's the fun part, enjoying those places. But the process, that's where people lose sleep. That's where budgets explode and trust disappears. So we build a system that makes that part better. Clear communication, a real plan, a team that treats your home as if it was their own. Now, we build with craftsmanship, but also with care, respect, and honesty from that first call to the final walkthrough. So if you're thinking about remodeling your home, don't just ask, what's this gonna look like when I'm done? How much is it gonna cost? Ask, what's it gonna feel like to get there? Because how you build matters. And at BGW Construction, we believe that great remodeling isn't just about the square footage that you're touching. It's about removing friction. So thanks for sticking around. If this was helpful, like, comment, and subscribe. Maybe follow us on Facebook and Instagram or YouTube for tips on budgeting and planning your next project. And if you're thinking about a project, give us a call. We serve Hendricks County and the Indy West Side with remodeling built on trust, planning, and craftsmanship. Because at BGW, we've been building it like it grew there since 1999.